about what Jesus has done in my life. So a little bit about me. I grew up in Orlando, Florida with my mom, my dad, and my older sister. And in my home, Jesus was very much known and loved and talked about and incorporated into every aspect of my life. So at a young age, I really understood what the gospel meant and that I was a sinner in need of a Savior, and that Jesus died on the cross to pursue a relationship with me. And so when I was 8 years old, I accepted Jesus into my heart. And that same year, my family got some news that kind of changed the course of the rest of my life. We found out that my mom was diagnosed with stage 4 Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer. And it's a cancer of the blood, so it kind of started in her lymph nodes, but was spreading throughout her body through her bloodstream. And getting this news as a 3rd grader just left me really confused. I didn't really understand what it meant for the future of my mom, of my family, and of me. So throughout her battle with cancer, I really leaned on her faith. She had the most steadfast, unwavering faith in the Lord, and truly believes that if it was God's will that He would heal her, but if not, that He was still good. And so I really looked to her for my sense of security and safety and shelter. And so because of that, I didn't really understand or value a pursuit of a personal relationship with Jesus. But my mom fought her battle for 5 years, and she fought it like a champion. And then when I was 13 years old, my mom lost her battle with cancer and went home to be with Jesus. And that left me just feeling very abandoned and betrayed by the Lord. And I had a lot of bitterness in my heart. And so I kind of became like this strong fortress. I built up walls around my heart, and I didn't let anybody in or any feelings out. And I would go to school and slap a smile on my face and act like everything was okay, and that I still loved Jesus with all my heart, and that I really believed that. When in reality, there was so much bitterness and harshness and brokenness in my heart, and there were times that I remember just crying out to God if I would ever be happy again. And so I was this like grade A pretender. I would pretend at school, with my friends, with God, and that everything was okay at home. But when my mom passed away, my dad and I started to heal in very different ways. And so he kind of started distancing himself from me, and that was a really difficult time because it kind of felt like I had lost 2 parents in the passing of my mom. And so I was pretending in all of these areas of my life, and I was doing it so well that fast forward a few years to the end of my junior year, I was offered the position of being senior class chaplain at my private Christian school. And at my school, this was kind of a leadership role that people looked up to as like an example of what a relationship with the Lord was supposed to look like, which was pretty ironic considering it was all based off of this facade that I had put on. But I knew that I didn't want to carry all of this grossness in my heart into that role and into my senior year in college. And so Jesus really kind of used this to be like, okay, Caroline, like we've got some things to talk about and we haven't talked in a while. And so I decided to go to counseling going into my senior year. And Jesus really used this space and this environment to kind of force me to confront a lot of the feelings and emotions that I hadn't for so long and that I had repressed. Feelings of anger, of bitterness, betrayal, abandonment. And he looked at me and started to peel the scales away from my eyes and be like, Caroline, I know you're feeling all these things, and it's okay, and I understand, but none of these things are true. And so he slowly started to heal different areas of my life in really small steps, and over time he started healing my relationship with my dad. And I'm so thankful to say today that my dad is my best friend and my hero and someone that I really look up to. And only through Jesus Christ was that relationship restored. Through the leadership position that I took my senior year, God gave me younger girls to pour into, and girls who were going through their moms having cancer or just passing away from cancer, or just in a really hard time. And I was able to be like, you know, I've been there, like I know where you are, I know it seems like there's no way out and that there's no light at the end of the tunnel and that God has left you, but he has not. He's near to you and he loves you and he has a plan for you. And all of these things that he writes in the Bible, they're not just like pretty sayings or just like nice things that he like wants to tell you for like some person far away that you never know. Like these things were written about you, like with you in mind when he wrote that. And it's true for you today. But God gave me a quote a few years ago that has just rung true through so many seasons of my life. And it talks about Easter and how we really focus on Good Friday when Jesus died and then rose again on Sunday. And those are the 2 days that we focus on when we talk about Easter. But this quote focuses on the day in between, which is called Holy Saturday. And I just want you guys for a second to picture being a Christ follower and you just left your life, your family, your everything you've ever known to follow this man that you just saw die a horrible death on the cross. And just waking up that next morning so lost and wondering like what to do now. And I just kind of visualized like this wave of silence and darkness and sadness like washing over the entire earth that day. But the quote says that Holy Saturday is the greatest example that the silence of God does not equal the absence of God. And that so often in seasons of your life where you feel like he is distant, or he has left you, or he is silent, he is still present and he is working in your life. And your Sunday is coming and he is still planning his greatest move in your life. So I should encourage you to hold on to that with all your heart, because sometimes in those times that's the only thing you can hold on to is that truth. So in this world that is so crazy and constantly changing, and it feels like there's no one in control and that your life is in a million pieces like mine feels like every day, I just encourage you to cling to the one who is so faithful and is constant throughout it all. But let's pray. Dear Jesus, I thank you so much for who you are and who you say we are to you, Jesus. I thank you that in seasons of life where you feel distant, that you are so near. I pray that we can silence ourselves and listen to your small voice that has such great power. I thank you for being faithful always and for never leaving us and just staying so near to us, Jesus. And I pray that we know that and that we can cling to that in the hard times. And so when you do deliver us from that, which you will, Jesus, whether we know it here on earth or whether we see the pieces fall into place when we're with you, I just pray that we cling to that and we praise you on the mountaintops when we get there. We love you so much, Jesus. In your name.